John Coleman, Happy New Year. Best way to start 2024, I imagine, is with 3 points, a home win and a clean sheet. How happy are you?
Delighted. I'd like to wish all our fans who have been brilliant ever since the day me and Jimmy walked through the door. I'd like to wish them a healthy and prosperous 2024. Nice start for them, but a long way to go, yeah. You know, a lot of games to be played, and you know, we know we can play better than that. But there's lots of different ways to win a football match. Today we showed that we had to take in and do the ugly side in the second half, and I thought we did that quite well.
What is the most satisfying thing about
the clean
this
sheet
win?
for me? The clean sheet for me. You know, I was delighted to get ourselves 3 in front. I still didn't think we'd hit anywhere near like top gear, like the performances that we'd played in the last 4 or 5 weeks. But fortunately for us, the goals came at the right time, and then the saves came at the right time in the second half. So any goal, they were getting ahead of steam up. They did play well in the second half, and I've got to take that to them. You know, they put the ball in the box a lot. I think they used the wind. The wind got up a little bit in the second half, and they used it to their advantage. And we struggled to get out of our half for a lot of time, and we just lacked a little bit of composure to pass it. And we should have looked a bit more dangerous on the counter than what we did. I know we could have scored later on, but I think that, you know, that was a rare forage into their half. But we showed that we could stand up and defend, you know, against an aerial barrage, which we did really well.
2 goals from Jack Nolan today. 1 a penalty, of course, and the other showing his perseverance. He's up to 8 in all competitions now. He's openly said he wants to be the go-to guy, and he wants to try and be top scorer. How important was his contribution?
Yeah, you know, I couldn't really fault anybody for their application today. Then if I maybe just a little bit better passing and positional, maybe a little bit better, something that will iron out. But you know, we've done our homework on Salford. We knew the way they play, we knew the dangers that they present, and then we knew the areas that we could exploit, and we did exploit them areas today. And they were predominantly in the wide areas, which we had a lot of joy, particularly in the first half, and thankfully it led to 3 goals.
Now, we've talked about Josh Woods playing the centre-forward role. You've shared the goals out all over the place. I think you had 5 or 6 players on 6 goals until Nolan got a couple today to go to 8. If you don't have a 20-goal-a-season centre-forward, is this the ideal scenario where they're chipping in left, right and centre?
I mean, I feel for Josh. I'd love him to score more, because the effort he puts in, you know, I mean, he crawled off the pitch there to get as long as we did out of him. And then we put Leslie on, and he ran around really well, you know, so... you know, the young lads, and we've been saying it, the coaching staff have been saying it for the last 3 or 4 weeks, how proud we are of them. You know, they're a joy to work with. They're a joy to be around. The youthful exuberance. But they're honest, and there's no malice in them. And when they're like that, you can go places. And we've said to them, you know, we've got to believe that we can win games. And we won't fear anybody in this league. We'd like to be a little bit better, but you know, we've got players coming back from injury, so we might be a bit better in the closing months.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of notable players involved before the game in the warm-up. Seb Quirk was out there. I think Seamus Keneally was doing some running. Toby Savin had his gloves on. How encouraging is this?
It's very encouraging, you know, and you know, hopefully Jay Rich won't be too far away as well. Liam Coyle, be great to have him back soon, if we do get him back, you know, in the next month or so. But it's all hands to the pumps, and you can't fault the young lads for their appetite for the game. You know, Conor O'Brien's took to league football like a duck to water. He's ironed out the areas that he knew he needed to improve on. He's worked on that, and he's looking an accomplished fullback at this level.
Just in terms of your home record, before today I think it was 7th best in the division, your home form. You've won back-to-back home league games. Just how important could that be in anything you go on to achieve?
We've always felt that, you know, this should be a fortress. And this myth about, oh, the pitch is improved, the changing rooms are improved, it won't be as difficult a pitch. It won't be as difficult a place to go to. It's a difficult place when we play like we did in the first half, and we play on the front foot, and we don't give players a minute on the ball. That's how you make it difficult. And then our fans get enthused by it. Our fans haven't changed, and we won't change. So hopefully we can make it more of a fortress than it's ever been.
And if you'll forgive me a moment that's not really about football, you'll be delighted to have got Sean McConville on and got some minutes under his belt. I had a lump in my throat at full time when he went over to the supporters, and the bond that they clearly have with what he's been through, it's special, isn't it?
It is, and you know, it's rare for the player to, you know, himself and Seamus, to be at a club for so long, to play so many games, to play so many crucial games, score and make so many important goals. And you know, it's going to be a little while before we see Sean back to his normal self. You know, it's still going to be baby steps, really. And we've got to be careful that we manage him, because he'll be wanting to play every minute, and it's going to be virtually impossible. He's still recovering from a really bad injury, and so we've got to be practical about that, and not let the emotion get carried away with it. But you know, he showed just few little camos there, little touches around the corner, and maybe could have been brought down for a penalty. It looked a penalty to me. So, and you know, yeah, you do get emotional, because you know how much you give to the club and how much the fans appreciate it.